Hello everyone, this tarot reading is focusing on the question, what guidance is your higher self offering you the week ahead? Okay, so before I start talking about the cards, I do want to share a little small side note that, something came to me when I saw the lizard spirit, and I don't feel like this is the main focus of the reading, but it still came to me and I still feel like I have to bring it up. So when the lizard card came out, the word monitoring spirit came into my mind. And so I looked at the card and then I kind of looked at that and I saw the eye. I have never, ever, ever had that when I've got this card come out. So yeah, that's the reason why I want to bring it up. It might even just be a message from me, who knows, but I do still feel like I want to share this. So just in case you're not familiar with what it means, in some spiritual beliefs, a monitoring spirit is really described as a spirit that watches or observes a person's life to gather information and sometimes create confusion, fear or obstacles in your life, my darling. People who believe in the concept often say it can affect someone by making them feel very like you're being watched. It's a horrible, horrible feeling of like, yeah, somebody's watching me. And it doesn't really feel like it's a human, it just feels like there's something there watching you. Very uneasy, or another way it can affect you is you just feel absolutely drained, spiritually drained. And sometimes people notice repeated interference in their life, constant struggles, setbacks, things aren't really being achieved or completed, and it's not by your own doing, it's by other people's decisions, or not decisions, but it's by other people interfering and affecting it. And the thing when I was looking at the card, this is the main thing that I got from the monitoring spirit energy, is somebody asking you very personal questions about your plans, okay? And that's another thing to do with the monitoring spirit, is that. So I'm not sharing this to create fear or paranoia, but just simply awareness. But the energy I do feel around this is more about being mindful of who you share your plans or personal information with, my darling, okay? Which you're aware of that, you'll know. If someone seems overly curious or keeps asking very personal questions and it just doesn't feel right, or then really please trust your intuition and keep saying things to yourself. My darling, this is my advice to you. Simple as that. Ways, if you are wanting to know ways of protecting yourself, if you do feel like there's a monitoring spirit, prayer, meditation, strengthening your faith. Simple as that. Keep healthy boundaries as well, if that's keeping things to yourself or avoiding that person, or keeping your plans to yourself, stuff like that, then that's a healthy boundary. Staying calm as well, because they live off fear. It helps if you're in that energy of fear and scattiness and chaotic energy. So yeah, staying calm and grounded. But yeah, the message is really about awareness and protecting your energy, not worrying in any way, my darling. So I do apologise if that's caused any fear. There is nothing to fear. Move on to the tarot. So the animal oracle card that has come out is the lizard spirit, and it says, dream the world into being. So this card is really about imagination and the power of the mind. It is encouraging you to really allow yourself to daydream, imagine and think about the possibilities for your life. Sometimes we become so focused on responsibilities and practical matters that we stop actually allowing ourselves to dream. And lizard spirit appears when you're really being called to let your imagination flow again. Slow down and allow your mind to wander and think about what could be possible for you, my darling. You know, who could you become? What could you create? What might your life look like if you allowed yourself to believe in something bigger, okay? Because every creation, my darling, begins in the mind first. The idea, the vision, the dream always starts there before it actually becomes reality, okay? I'm actually really getting a strong air element from this card. Very strange what I'm feeling with this card, to be honest, today. I've never ever got that ever before. So let's go on to the tarot. We've got the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords can represent feeling mentally stuck or restricted. It can feel like you only have one option, or that you're trapped in a certain situation or way of thinking. But often, very often with this card, the restriction is more in the mind than in reality, okay? Then we've got the Two of Wands, and I find it really interesting because the way he's looking at the Eight of Swords. Now, the Two of Wands is all about looking ahead, considering your future, and realising that there actually are more paths available to you than you might currently believe. So while the Eight of Swords is pretty much like saying, you know, when you're in this energy, it's a horrible energy to be in and mindset to be in, but it's very much like I'm stuck. The Two of Wands is actually saying there are more choices here available, my darling, for you. It's just about stepping outside of that limited thinking and starting to see that there are multiple ways forward. And if you don't know within yourself, and your mind is only focused on just that problem, then communicate with somebody that you can trust, because they're able to get your mind, your perspective to look at things differently, or Google it, or I don't know. And then we've got the Seven of Swords. Well, behind the Two of Wands is the Seven of Swords, reversed. And when the Seven of Swords card comes out reversed, it often brings truth to the surface, okay? I feel more than anything, it's more representing being honest with yourself, or letting go of the illusions and choosing more of an authentic path. But sometimes it can even feel like, what's the word, like realization moment, where something becomes a lot more clearer and you start seeing things from more of a truthful perspective, which is good, which is what you want if you've been in the energy of the Eight of Swords. So when I look at everything together, it almost feels like your higher self is really encouraging you to shift your mindset. So if you've been feeling stuck or limited, the guidance is really reminding you that actually you have more options than you may currently see. And at the bottom of the deck with the Temperance, which I like that's here, especially when I brought up about the monitoring spirit, it's kind of like that because the Lizard card came out first, and then I shuffled the tarot cards and then flipped over the deck, and the Temperance was there, and it's kind of like gave me that bit of relief, like, you're fine. Temperance is here, that support is here. But yeah, Temperance brings everything beautifully together, because Temperance carries the energy of balance, patience, spiritual guidance, and that inner harmony, okay? Which is lovely if you've been in this energy. But yeah, it shows that you're really being supported and guided, and it's encouraging you, or it encourages you to remain calm and centered as things unfold. I'm not getting your higher self telling you take action and do it right now. It's getting you more to look at things differently, and getting you to visualize things and plan things, and change. If something you want to change it. Visualize how you want it to be changed, how you want it to be different. Yeah, rather than forcing or rushing decisions, Temperance is really asking you to blend intuition with practical action, trust your inner guidance, and allow things to unfold naturally, and maintain balance within yourself, my darling. So yeah, your higher self this week is I feel the guidance is to be mindful of your thoughts, because your mindset is shaping the direction of your life. And if you have been feeling stuck, remember that there are more possibilities available to you than you might realise right now. And allow yourself more than anything to dream again, imagine new paths and explore new ideas. And at the same time, be mindful of who you share your plans and energy with as well, my darling. Protect your peace, trust your intuition, and focus on maintaining balance within yourself. Because, my lovely, your higher self is guiding you to move forward with awareness, honesty, imagination, and calm confidence, knowing that you are supported and that new possibilities can begin with a simple shift in perspective. Okay, so I hope this reading's helped. Have a good day. Bye bye.